Welcome to Vince Carter's greatest NBA stories. If you are new to this series, welcome. This is the Complete Collection series, where we take a deep dive into some of the NBA's greatest players. If you have missed any of the episodes in the series, there is a playlist link in the description box down below and on the top right of your screen. If you appreciate the time and the effort it takes to edit these videos, all I ask is that you hit that like button. Hitting the like button really helps the channel and these videos get recognized. If you're new, be sure to hit that subscribe button for a new episode in this series, and hit that notification button to stay notified for whenever I upload a new episode in this series. And if you would like to be featured in the next episode, comment down below which player you would like to see next. Without further ado, welcome to Vince Carter's complete collection of greatest stories.
What was the most memorable part about that series with him?
Him.
If I had the ball, running the fast break, Vince Carter was on one end and Jesus was on the other one. I had to throw it to Vince Carter.
When you really look at him and you think he's flying, how did he just do that? And Vince was that guy.
The passion that stood out to me when I watched him after he dunked, after he made a big shot.
You say Vince Carter brought out the best in you. How so?
Well, I was always really competitive with Vince.
You know, Vince is a special dunker, man.
Did you see what he could do?
He's a special dunker, man. He's a special dunker.
I didn't want to do it because I knew, I mean, this is my teammate. Like, I see him every day and what he's capable of.
He cocked that thing back on so hard, I was like, oh, man.
And then got in the post spin move and cocked it. Oh, boom, right?
Right, we were celebrating two totally different things.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy. I was like, yeah, I made it. He's like, yeah, what? I'm like, yeah. But, bro, I didn't know I jumped over, buddy.
What was the most memorable part about that series with him?
Him.
Amazing. People, I think because he played so long, people forget how fucking amazing Vince was.
Oh my God. Yo. But look, who you think had the craziest hops ever? Him. You think him, right?
Him.
I love to watch him dunk. And I saw him do some things this summer that people haven't seen in the game.
Cause trust me, that guy
that one
right
leg,
there,
he had the left leg now,
was the most exciting.
He took the world by storm.
Man, and his style. He just changed the culture. We all know Mike was like, Mike was different. Like Dr. J was Dr. J. Then Mike came with the whole
swag too.
You know what I mean? Everything else, different, a little different. And then Vince took it to another level after Mike.
That excitement to it. Vince brought the excitement to it. That shit you ain't never seen before.
And then his jumper was so pretty. His handle was so crazy.
First step was crazy.
His first step was so crazy. Because if he get by you, you know what's going on.
Grab before he take off. Grab before he take off.
You know what's going to happen.
No doubt. Shaq, how about you, man? What's your favorite Vince Carter story?
Well, it's a two-part story, but I'm going to make it quick. It was three guys that whenever I played against them, I let them do whatever they want to do. Vince, T-Mac, and White Chocolate. So D-Wade is going to remember this story. So, and I'm, telling Vince, like, yo, man, you got to do something. You got to do something. So Vince goes baseline against me. I got to flagrant him. He my man and all, but I'm like, I can't have Vince dunk on me. Flagrant. I get a foul. I go to the bench. Couple plays later, Jason Williams has the ball and tries to steal it from Vince. Vince wraps around his back. He comes down the lane and Alonzo Mourning jumps. Vince cocked that thing back and threw it down on. I'm on the bench like this looking at D-Wade. I'm like, ooh. 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 You remember that, D-Wade? You remember that, D-Wade?
In-person dunk I've ever seen.
Oh, man.
Yes.
That was top 10 right there in the whole history of the NBA. In the history of the NBA right there. Yeah, that might be better than LeBron or Damon last year, but that was top 10. It was amazing, dog.
Watch me underneath. Watch me underneath.
What you say to him, Mark?
I was cheering like I did it. I was like, that's what you get messing with me. Look at that. That's when you have a big bro that could just go up to another level that nobody else could. I stand by this. He was my favorite dunker when I was in college, and I got the opportunity to play with him. And even when I got to play with him, he was far greater, far more athletic than anything I could imagine.
I want to share something with that, D-Wade. The funny thing I remember about us is when we played in the dunk on Zoe and us running down the court together, having a little laugh. He was like, why you do my big man like that? And I'm not going to talk about the other guy who's on the far end down there, but what he had to say. That was one of the times. So.
He cut that
Zoe's
thing
still
back
mad
on so
about that.
hard. I was like, man.
But he paused in the midair. Like, that was the crazy thing about the dunk shot is he paused in midair and let Zoe fall to the ground and then boofed him.
Yeah.
but D-Wade, what's crazy is at halftime, I just told RJ, I said, look, we had got a little weak dunk on him, both of us. I said, he's not going to let us do that again. He's going to jump at us and try to, lay us out. So when he hit me, I went higher, and it kind of had me nervous. I was scared. I jumped higher than I expected to jump. So while I'm up there, I'm like, man, don't miss this dunk. And that's what I said. Like when I dunked it, that's why I was running down. When I had the mean mug, but when I heard you say what you said.
Ooh.
So right there, when he hit me high, I was like,
He's so disrespectful, bro.
He didn't talk to me
like that
for
as he shouldn't.
6-7 years.
No. 6 or 7 years?
He shouldn't. Not after that. I wouldn't
Would you
talk
still
to
not
you
be
either.
speaking
No.
now?
It's a basketball player. He tried to block it.
He's a shot blocker.
Exactly. So it happened.
But the fashion you done it.
But I'm just saying.
Why you just couldn't do it like Mutombo, just like Statue of Liberty and keep going up and down.
No. Because I thought he was going to hurt me. I was protecting myself.
Hit him,
Protect yourself.
caught back, and then dunked on him like this over the head.
6 or 7 years?
It was like 6 or 7 years.
I wish they could show our
every
face.
shot,
Shaq,
Zoe
I wish
goes
they
out
could
of
show
frame.
our face when that happened.
right.
You say Vince Carter brought out the best in you. How so?
Well, I was always really competitive with Vince. Vince was a year ahead of me in high school.
He's still playing, by the way.
Which is unbelievable. I mean, I saw him windmill the other day, which just goes to his insane athletic ability.
Yeah.
Dominique Wilkins, Michael Jordan, Dr. J, Vince Carter, and yourself. Now, that is a powerhouse. You guys had all won dunk contests in the past, so I'm curious, in the prime of all those players' careers, who wins a dunk contest?
Vince.
Here is the man that this crowd wants to see. Here is Vince Carter with his first stop.
Let's go home! Let's go home, ladies and gentlemen!
A couple of tricks up my sleeve. I'm coming up with this stuff tonight, and it's working. It's over for people.
Ain't no point total. He's off the chart. I mean, really off the chart.
The arm in the rim, for instance. I didn't want to hear a ooh-ah. I wanted to hear nothing. I wanted the crowd to be in awe and not say a word.
What?
Yeah, I would say Vince.
I got it.
Yeah, you know,
I had him
Vince is Vince. No, you know, Vince is a special dunker, man.
And you see what he can do?
He's a special dunker. I mean, he's a special dunker. And I think MJ, did some stuff that was revolutionary for his time, as did Dr. J. And the way Vince dunks the ball, the way that he's dunked the ball when he was in a dunk contest was unbelievable.
What did Vince Carter mean to you as a basketball player? Because I know, like, for me, Vince Sanity, half man, half amazing. We can keep going all day. But, like, what was it about Vince Carter that kind of, inspired you as a basketball player?
So, I mean, I've been watching Vince since he was in high school, even as a young kid, and, watched him in the McDonald's game. Obviously, I followed him. I mean, I wanted to go to North Carolina at the time, so him going to Carolina, it was like, okay, watching Ed Cota throwing the lobs to him with him and Antoine Jamison and all those guys on that team. So when you're watching Vince, you are understanding this guy is bigger than North Carolina. He's the guy in a college game that gets about 12 to 14 points, but you like he has no business out here on this court.
Yeah, for sure.
He's out here just straight up. He's just straight for the conditioning. And when he gets to the next level, whoever gets him is gonna be special. So, you know, for me and for all of us, it's something about basketball when a guy can literally, when you really look at him and you think he's flying, you're like, how did he just do that? And Vince was that guy. Vince was that guy where you like, if you get one dribble inside that three-point line, you better move.
Even in college, right?
Even in college, you better move or you're gonna be on the poster. And for a kid like myself who started to find his way with some athleticism, you looked at Vince like, damn, I ain't gonna be able to get to that point, but if I can get half or 3/4 of it, you know, then I'm doing something right. Vince had kids actually believing that they can jump if they put on a pair of Nike Shocks.
Very true. Did I have a pair? You had a pair?
I absolutely
You had the white and green.
I had white.
No,
I had
everybody
white
didn't
green.
have a pair.
Everybody had a pair.
I didn't have a pair till I got drafted.
I had a pair.
Listen, Vince really had you believing that the shock technology in those shoes will make you jump
100%.
like that.
No, 100%.
He really had you believing that, man. Yeah, he really had you believing that.
What was your first pair, though? What was your first pair?
Mine was
the black. The
black and silver
with the
joints?
Raptor color.
Yeah, Raptors color.
The shock was
I
in.
didn't get them till the twos.
The shock was
White
in
and red.
silver.
What were they in your locker when you got drafted?
Yeah. I got you.
Well, Adam, it's hard to pick one Vince Carter story, but I would go back to the beginning, Vince. So 2000, 2001, I'm in Marquette University, and I'm redshirting. I'm sitting out. And my team went on the road, and the Milwaukee Bucks was playing the Toronto Raptors.
No changes for the Bucks tonight. Up front, Glenn Robinson, Joel Prisbilla, and Mark Pope. The backcourt, Sam Cassell and Ray Allen. For the Toronto Raptors, it's Corliss Williamson, Antonio Davis, and Charles Oakley. Vince Carter in the backcourt with Mark Jackson coming over from the Indiana Pacers.
So I didn't have a ticket to the game, but I decided to go to the arena with hopes that the security who worked our games, because we played at the Bradley Center as well, will let me in. They did. They let me in, and I was sitting up there with the retired jerseys, real high up. But I got there early because Vince Carter was famous for his pregame workouts, right? So before the games started, Vince Carter would put on a dunk show, man. And like, I'm talking about all the dunk contest dunks Vince Carter would do. And one of my favorite things that you did at the end before the game started is you always grab the net and you always lift yourself up and did chin-ups on the net. And if you know, or anybody who know me, once I got to the NBA, I would grab the rim before every game and I would do chin-ups on the rim. And it all started from being that little kid, that young kid that got a chance to get into the arena to see one of his favorite players do some amazing, amazing things. So thank you for inspiring me, Vince. Thank you for inspiring a whole generation of players, not only in Canada, but around the world, man. You are one of our GOATs, and just thank you.
No, thank you, man. Golly, that's crazy.
Look, I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. My first game, we playing against Vince Carter. We're playing against Vince, and you know, I'm in there cocky. Man, he's trash, man. The TV make these players look better than they really are. And he missed like 2 straight shots, so I'm already trash. I knew he was trash. And then he got mad, and then got in the post spin move and cocked it. Oh, boom, right? I jumped out the seat. Oh my God, I'm on the court. Joe, y'all see that? And then I had to realize I was in the NBA. Like, oh, my bad. And I'm on the bench like, yo, did you see that? Man, he done touched his head. It was the best thing I've ever seen. But what ended up happening was reality kicked in because I'm like, he just did that to Jason Richardson. And Jason Richardson, athleticism is, huh. And then it's like, I just seen somebody who go, huh. And I'm here, and I'm like, oh, man, I can't even play in this league, bruh. And I got so depressed just from the dunk, realizing like, yo, I don't have this type of athleticism. So I spent probably the first part of the season just like, I can't do this. I can't do none of that. Yeah. Kobe, I can't even guard him. Ray Allen, I can't even guard. Like these people, I can't even, and I was doing that to myself. You know what I mean? You know, we tend to look at what we can't do because someone else can do it instead of looking at what we can't do, what they can't do.
The passion that stood out to me when I watched him after he dunked, after he made a big shot, and how much he loved to play. You know, you could tell he was excited. That just made me go out there and be more free as a player when I was a kid. Because I'm just like, if he expressing himself like that, I think I can too, you know? So I think I took that from Vince. You know, obviously his highlights and his athleticism stood out, but like his passion for the game is something that I really appreciated.
Golly, I mean, it's an honor. Like I say, I've watched Kevin obviously going against him and everything, and just think back to his career. Well, first of all, I'll say I once heard the whispers. Yeah, he got me right there on the crossover. Ooh, caught me right there. Caught me slipping. But no, I mean, and he hit the game winner after I hit that shot. I mean, I remember all of these. But let me tell you, I heard whispers, and I was like, okay, you know, he's a fan. Oh, I'm his favorite player. Okay, cool. Yeah, you know, but people say that, and then to actually hear it from the horse's mouth, I mean, it's unbelievable. And getting the opportunity to play against him, watching him as a rookie. And remember hearing how they said, could he survive in the league because he wasn't strong enough, and so on and so forth. To watch him grow into the best scorer in the game's history. I mean, offensively, what can he not do? I mean, he could do it all. He, you know, at one point it was like, oh, he can only go left in the hesitation and in scouting. That's what you guard him on. And now he can go right. He can go whatever he wants. He'll pull up. He can shoot. He can do it all. So it's just been great to see him mature, grow, and become a champion and do it his way.
Absolutely. Well, it's an honor in both directions, Vince.
Hey, so talk about teaming up with KG, Ray Allen, Peyton, Jason Kidd, and gold medal team.
It was a dream come true for me, man. It was talked about, obviously, you're talking about 92 and the Dream Team, and then you had Dream Team 2. Then comes us in 2000. And the funny thing about it, guys, I wasn't on the initial team. I didn't make it. So Shaq was supposed to be on that team. Grant Hill was supposed to be on that team. And I'm missing another name because I think Grant was hurt, or Shaq. I know Shaq was hurt as well. Tim Duncan was supposed to be on the team. And then Tom Gugliotta got hurt. So Ray Allen actually made the team over me. And we played each other that night in Toronto.
Vince Carter had 3 games that were subpar for him after the announcement was made, and he hits his first shot tonight. And he'll be on an Olympic team. No doubt about that, just not this one. Carter 2 for 2, Carter for 3. Carter over Robinson. It's Carter. Carter windmills for 47.
What kind of work you give?
47. But it had nothing. Listen.
You see, I didn't say nothing. You see, I didn't say nothing, man. I kept quiet.
Hey,
he said
47.
But that's not what I'm talking about.
Quiet. It was one of those things I wanted to show. More so, it had nothing to do with him. I wanted to show the Olympic folks that, I'm worthy.
They made the wrong choice, right?
That to be on that squad. I hit my first 8 shots. I was 8 for 8 from the beginning. I was just in another zone, bro. I was in another zone. And then weeks later, Tom Gugliotta gets hurt. I get that call. Would I like to be? Hell yeah. So I missed the original team, the original photo. I was photoshopped in.
Wow.
So when you see that picture, like me on there, I had to take a picture and then to get photoshopped in.
They didn't photoshop that medal though.
Right. So from there, I was like, bro, I gotta go. I had to go earn my way, but it was all worth it, man. It was fun. It was great. I was going through some ups and downs in my life, really. That's why I had the fro and all that. Me and GP rocking the fro out there. Something different.
Hey, that was my favorite outside. I mean, the dunk, the gold medal. My favorite part was seeing Vince with the fro.
You jumped higher. You jumped higher when you had the fro. Everything. Bro, I was angry.
Mad
ain't no lie. He's like, young fella, GP. They can't jump with you, young fella. So anytime you halfway open, I'm throwing. All right. The rest was history. Just making history, just doing some crazy stuff, and then the dunk happened.
So let me ask you a question.
Right.
Does he have one of the best dunks in basketball history?
VC
When
has.
he jumped over the 7-footer in the Olympics.
Listen, best in-game dunk that you will ever see in NBA history. Line them up with any of them.
Mais j'oublierai jamais ce que j'ai pu vivre, surtout en l'an 2000. Quoi.
2000, that was a memorable moment. I don't know if everybody got the opportunity to see that dunk. His name was Frederick Weiss from France.
So the funny thing about the Olympic dunk is that it was more so instinct, and I was just trying. It was a pass he threw.
He threw the ball behind his back. I get the steal.
I want to get back and attack the rim before the rest of their defense kind of gets back into the play. The opportunity was there. Take advantage of it now. 1-2, one dribble, two dribble, go. And it was kind of like a read. One dribble, he didn't move. Two dribble, he's still there. Attack the rim, and all I could see was the rim.
And when Vince went up, we was like, oh, he ain't gonna make this, man. He just gonna do flips up. Because I was standing there like this, and Garnett was coming behind me. And Garnett was like, he gonna dish it off to me. But then all of a sudden, I was right over on the side, and I said, oh, he going up and up. I said, he going up some more. I said, whoa.
And I see the rim. I don't see him. I see the rim. I didn't pay attention to where I was jumping from. So you know the paint is different than the NBA.
It's a different shape.
It's wider. So in my mind, so when I jump, I see him, and all I remember, God's my witness, all I remember is touching his shoulder with my left arm. I'm focused on the rim because I thought I jumped too far.
They were going in transition, so my team is running back on defense.
So I just attacked the rim. So when I jumped, I hit him. I didn't even think about hitting him more. I thought he moved out of the way, or he tried to take a charge and fell down. So if you go back and look at it, I stretch out because I'm reaching for the rim because I thought I was too far. But I end up dunking the ball with my wrist because I actually had enough, flight time.
You was high.
My left hand touching the shoulder, and my focus now is the rim because in my mind I felt like I jumped too far and I wasn't gonna make it.
And I was like, he ain't gonna make this. And all of a sudden, boom, he blinked. I said, uh-oh. I said, this is gonna be a highlight film forever.
The celebration that everybody saw where I almost knocked Kevin Garnett out was because we're celebrating two totally different things, first of all.
My celebration when I almost punched KG, I was celebrating that. I wasn't celebrating that I jumped over him because I didn't know.
That's crazy.
That was my favorite. That was my favorite part of the dunk, seeing you and KG. That was hard.
That's KG because KG went nuts.
Right, we were celebrating two totally different things. Yeah, that's what's crazy.
He was celebrating because he watched me jump over a 7-foot guy. I was celebrating because I did not think that I was going to make it, and I thought I was going to fall short of the rim and bust my face open and embarrass myself in front of the rest of the world. So I never actually knew I jumped over him until later on.
Wait, that's like you said, that's all instinct.
Yeah,
that's nothing
that's all
that
it
you
was.
plan. That's nothing that you think about.
I didn't even think I could do something like that.
First of all, you just think about attacking around.
That's it.
You see a big guy, you say, oh, I'm gonna get him.
I'm going right at him.
I'm going right at him.
That's
it. Those things happen kind of organically. You can't plan that.
If I had the ball, running the fast break, Vince Carter was on one end and Jesus was on the other one, I had to throw it to Vince Carter.
I know that Michael, meant a lot for the NBA. And I think right now Vince is that same type of commodity.
The comparison view is deja vu for Carter, who has been there, heard this before.
It was more pressure coming out of high school into college, into North Carolina. That's when you started to hear it, and that's when I think a lot of pressure. Now it's like, I was just like, here we go again.
No matter how breathless his play, how fair is it to mention Vince in the same breath?
That is unfortunate because, as you know, no two players are alike, and the similarity may be exciting dunks, but they're a different type of players.
I can see it, but let's not get ridiculous. You're talking about Michael Jordan.
The difference in him is that Vince does not have the ball handling ability that MJ had, or understand what his shot selections are that MJ had a better feel for it.
MJ is often imitated, never duplicated, but you have to say that he's the next thing close to a MJ.
They can hang in the air, make other opponents just feel like scared or just don't want to be around them because they don't want to be on their poster.
And it's tough. It's tough to be out there and try to come up with something that the fans haven't seen.
Michael, move over. Somebody's coming to get your best dunk ever.
How would you do in a dunk contest with Vince Carter today?
Oh, well, you know, I'm 37 years old. I think he'll have the advantage. But if you talk about when I was younger, I think we could have a really good competition.
I'm referring to when you were younger.
I think it would be fun. I think the fans would certainly get entertained. You know, it doesn't matter who wins because you're going to see creativity at its best, you know. I think it really shows us a part of your personality to some degree.
And there it is, the complete collection of Vince Carter's greatest stories. If you would like to help me out by hitting that like button, that would be greatly appreciated. If you're new around here and you enjoyed the episode, be sure to subscribe. Hit that notification button so you never miss another episode in the series, and I'll catch you in the next one. I'm out. Peace.